my name is Avery and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a second-year law student, Miss Dallas, and the founder of an international nonprofit. Today I'm going to talk about what's in my What's in my backpack, law school edition. Alright, so the first half of this video I'm going to talk about how I bought the particular backpack I used for law school and the factors that I considered when looking for a backpack for graduate school. And then the last half of this video I'm going to talk about the actual items that I carry in my backpack on a day-to-day basis. Of course, these items have changed because of the circumstances we are in for the fall semester. I am actually going to have a hybrid schedule when I start my fall semester, which will be my second year of law school. My items that I carry on a day-to-day basis have definitely changed because I will only be going to lectures in person only once or twice a week. So let's get started. Choosing a backpack for college/grad school/law school. I always used a very large backpack, such as a Patagonia backpack, whenever I was an undergrad, and I used that one backpack for pretty much for all 4 years of my schooling, and it lasted me forever. I took that large Patagonia backpack everywhere I went, whenever I traveled. I even took it when I hiked Half Dome in Yosemite. But whenever I was signing up for law school, and actually when I worked at a law firm last summer, I quickly realized that I could not take my Patagonia backpack into the law firm and look professional. People do carry professional backpacks to court and to the office, and so I thought this would be a perfect time to invest in a professional, sleek-looking backpack I could take into the office, and if I needed to go into court, I could carry it with me as well. I know a lot of women opt to buy a professional tote bag, and I'm all for one, all about buying a tote bag if that's your, more towards your personality. But for me, I don't like having all of the weight on one of my shoulders. I've never been a person who could deal with it. It just annoys me. I always prefer backpacks because I can also carry more items in it. And so when choosing my professional grad school/law school backpack, went for this sleek looking adult professional backpack from ISM. And I will tell you some of the factors that I considered when I was looking for a professional adult looking backpack. I actually wanted something smaller than my Patagonia backpack. My Patagonia backpack is giant, and I wish I had it with me to show you, but it's at my apartment hidden and I would have to search for it. But it's giant, and I would often carry too many things that weren't necessary to school, and it would become this giant dark abyss of random items that I didn't actually need for a lecture when I went to classes in person. So because this backpack is slightly smaller, it forces me to only bring things that are necessary for classes. That's the first thing that I considered, was capacity and limiting the amount of things I could carry in a backpack. Second, I wanted to make sure that there was a safe place to store my electronics, especially my laptop. You know what? We're gonna rewind and start that sentence over because I don't know what I was saying. The second factor that I considered when looking for a professional backpack was making sure that my electronics could be stored safely. I travel everywhere with my laptop because, of course, our courses are going to be held online for the fall semester. But the great thing about this particular backpack that I chose was because it not only has, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see it, it not only has one slot for your electronics, but it has two, if you can see my iPad in there as well. And that was a big plus for me. I not only carry my MacBook around now, but I also carry my iPad Pro because I started taking handwritten notes whenever Corona started. I decided to transition completely to electronic devices rather than using handwritten notes and pens and paper. And so this backpack has two slots, both for your laptop and another electronic device if you travel with it. Those were the two major factors that I considered. Cost is definitely going to be something that you might consider as well. I am definitely not someone who likes to spend a lot of money on items such as a backpack or a tote bag. My Patagonia backpack was, I want to say like $200, maybe $150. It was definitely up there, but it lasted me forever. And this backpack is definitely more towards the expensive side. However, I will say that it has lasted me quite a while. It's made out of extremely durable material, and I will link a discount code that you can use to get 10% off if you do decide to look into possibly purchasing this backpack. All right, so we talked about why I chose a particular backpack for law school, the factors that I considered. Now we're going to talk about the actual things that I carry on a day-to-day basis inside of my backpack. First item that I carry all the time is my laptop. It is a MacBook Pro. It's not the larger size, it's the smaller size, and I think it's 120 gigabytes. There's not a lot of desk space or storage space on this laptop, so I also have a hard drive that is 1 terabyte that I purchased off of Amazon for only $30. But because our courses will be taught mostly online, I definitely suggest investing in a reliable laptop rather than buying an iPad to take notes, because most exam software actually does not work on an iPad. This is the first item I carry everywhere. I used to carry it actually in a pouch, like a very soft felt pouch to protect it, but because of my backpack, it's made out of safe and soft material. I don't have to keep my laptop in one of those zippy cover things. But I do suggest buying one if your backpack doesn't have one of those slots in it. Second item that I carry around all the time is of course my iPad. It's the iPod. What is wrong with me today? It's the iPod Air, 32 gigabytes. It cost me $329. And this Apple Pencil. I have not purchased the sort of writing material cover that you can purchase to make it feel like you're writing on paper. So I think I'm gonna invest in that before school starts in a couple of days. And it's supposed to stay, so let's see. Anyway, on to the middle section of my backpack. I always carry a rule book for whatever course I'll be taking that day. This one is the law governing lawyers, and sometimes it's the federal rules of civil procedure. It just depends on what lecture I'm attending. I do not carry my textbooks to school every day because number one, I rent a locker on campus so that I don't have to lug these large law school textbooks to class. And number two, ever since Corona started and we transitioned to online class, I committed to going completely electronic and getting rid of paper and pen, and that included physical textbooks, unfortunately. I'm someone who loves flipping through textbooks physically, note-taking, handwriting, highlighting, and it's been a difficult transition, but hopefully I get more used to it before school starts in a couple of weeks. The next item in my backpack is the OG portable book stand. You guys always ask questions about this, and it is the greatest lifesaver on the planet Earth. Let me show you actually what it looks like. It's only $9 on Amazon. And because I'm not an actual Amazon partner or whatnot, I can give you a serious and honest review of this book stand. It, number one, clears up space on your desk so that you have more room to do other things. Number two, it's easy to flip the pages and it can carry a lot of weight. Number three, you can also write and highlight in it. And the most amazing thing, of course, is that it can be portable and foldable. I whip this bad boy out whenever I'm in public at a coffee shop or in the library, and I always get, strange stares, but I think it's because people are thinking to themselves, this girl is so serious about the law that she has a portable book stand. Next up, a mask, since we're returning to school despite Corona. And it's very strange to think that we have to consider buying masks as part of school supplies. So I keep one in my backpack. I also keep one in my car. Next, of course, chargers, because we don't have time for uncharged electronics. You don't want your items to die when you're in lecture, and you could possibly be cold called during law school. So you want to make sure that all of your electronic devices are charged. Luckily, when I go to school, there are always plugs for your laptop in the lecture hall. Just make sure to always bring your charger. Next up, glasses spray, because I'm blind as a bat and I can't see. I frequently clean my glasses, probably too much than I'm supposed to because touch them all the time. Next up, the OG highlighters. talk about these all the time on TikTok. But these things never run out. They don't bleed through paper. They are see-through. That's pretty cool. And they just, for some reason, last longer than, for example, these types of highlighters that are the cheap ones you can buy in very large packs. But definitely, these are the only highlighters that I buy. I also have used the midliner highlighters that a lot of people enjoy using, but I just don't. I think they're too light and too pastel-y, if that's a word. These are bright, they bring attention to your paper, they don't bleed through, they last forever. Highly recommend getting those highlighters. My go-to pen if I do have to write anything or sign anything is the Pilot G207, but I don't like writing in black. I actually prefer writing in blue, but these are great pens. I write in cursive, so they glide very easy on paper. Next, hand sanitizer. Don't leave your house without hand sanitizer in the middle of Corona. No, you nasty. What if you accidentally handshake someone or you touch the door that you're not supposed to? You need to, so that you can reach into your backpack and grab this bad boy and clean up your hands. We don't have time for Corona, not today. And then of course some chapstick, because we don't like crusty lips. My school is really cold, and for some reason my lips chap very quickly when sitting in the classroom because they keep it so dang cold. A click mouse, of course. I don't like using the trackpad or mouse pad on the laptop of my MacBook. One, I have long nails, and so it's hard to maneuver around my desktop quickly. So whenever I'm in law lecture and I have to quickly access a file, using a Bluetooth mouse is quicker and more easy. You can get a cheap one on Amazon, I think for maybe $12. Target also holds some great Bluetooth mouses that are very cheap as well. Now, the front part of my backpack actually acts as what I would normally put in my purse. I don't usually carry purses, but when I do, I carry very small items. Number one, my headphones, of course, in a little case here. And my little card holder. I don't own a wallet. I don't like wallets. I think they're big and bulky. I like to keep things very minimal. So this was actually only $4 from Target. It's amazing. It fits anywhere. A pair of sunglasses, even though I don't normally wear sunglasses. And of course, my car keys. And that's all I keep in the front of my pocket. Some girls, some guys opt to bring a backpack in addition to a tote bag or a side purse. Now, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But I personally can't imagine going to school in person, carrying a side purse, a backpack, in addition to my lunchbox as well. That's just too many things at once. I would prefer finding a backpack and only bringing items that I need, and finding a backpack that can fit also the items I would need to put in a purse. I mean, what's the point in buying a backpack if you can't keep everything in one cohesive bag? So that's it. That's everything that I carry in my backpack on a day-to-day basis. I don't bring a purse to school. I don't carry my physical textbooks to school. And I also, of course, bring some sort of canteen for water. Hydrate. Sometimes I'll come to school with tea in it, and then I'll put water inside of this throughout the day. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you caught a glimpse of what you might want to bring as you start law school or graduate school or college, whatever it may be. And also, I hope this video helped you in determining what factors to consider when buying your new adult professional backpack. If you have any specific requests that you want, comment below in the comment section, and I will leave a link to the discount for this backpack if you're looking to buy this one. And I will also try to link as many items as I can that I mentioned today, especially the book stand, since I know you guys really like it. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon.